Distinguished guests, respected teachers, my dear friends and global family, I wish you all a good day. My name is Mariam Husain and I am a student in grade 12 at the Cathedral and John Connon School in Mumbai, India. I stand before you today filled with profound gratitude, purpose and pleasure. I am grateful for this incredible opportunity to summon the courage that sometimes eludes us, to delve into the transformative power of empathy, and to bear witness to stories from diverse perspectives. This moment represents the pinnacle of my exploration of empathy. Amid the relentless pursuit of daily ambitions, I am grateful for the ability to use my discomfort as fuel to craft a message that I hope will touch all hearts. I have been both challenged and humbled by the daunting task of weaving a profoundly personal narrative entrusted to my care. In this delicate process, I have endeavored to preserve its dignity, yet as I reflect, a whisper nudges me, yearning for refinement, a sense that it awaits its perfect form. With deep reverence for the trust bestowed upon me by the discerning panel, I present my story to you now in its raw, initial version. Learning to love. She was only 7 when she tasted steel. Innocence met brutality. The unforgiving cold grew inside of her, numbing her buoyant spirit. She was 7 when her fragility succumbed to musty-smelling oppression. As she lay there motionless, she realized what had happened to her: female genital mutilation. She heard her aunt, who had planned this, and her sobbing mother behind a curtain, and was confused, abandoned, and betrayed in the name of tradition. She wondered if the hot haze of tears that burned her eyelids, the dry tongue that stuck to the roof of her mouth, was hate or rage, but what did she know of these? She was only 7. The choir mat she lay on scraped her back, but she was glad for some warmth. If she could feel both sensations, she could decide what to choose. While in the throes of pain, she felt something begin to flood inside her. A resolute idea, an anchor. She would grow up to be what her small world had lost. She would become kind. She was 7, and she was my mother. Shy and withdrawn, she still smiled and stood up for her friends, and her teachers praised her reading and writing. Singing came naturally to her as compensation for the voicelessness she felt. Dancing in the park brought peace and belonging. Without realizing it, she was learning empathy, and when she chose to practice dentistry at 27, her patients were amazed by her care. The abundance of grace, kindness, joy, and sheltered adventures she has raised me with makes me hope that I bring deserving dignity to this story that runs in my blood. She often spoke of wonder at how far she had come. Then came the test. That long estranged aunt called and asked for help to save her grandson's life. Her buried resentments began to resurface, and she refused. She had overcome so much alone, bearing a heavy burden for 3 decades. Her anchor of compassion crumbled. She was 37 when she gingerly laid her past in my hands. Struggling with the tug of empathy which had shaped her identity, she decided to seek medical advice on whether she could become an organ donor. Laying in the hospital bed, ready to give away a piece of herself to sustain someone who had hurt her, she experienced an unforeseen yet undeniable peace wash over her. When she woke up, weak but happy, she found herself surrounded by loving family and friends who were overflowing with appreciation and gratitude for what she had done. Proud of being able to build meaningful connections while also protecting herself and her boundaries, it finally all made sense to her. In that moment, she understood why her aunt was so desperate and felt true empathy for the first time. She realized forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, freeing us from hate and anger and allowing us to move forward with compassion both inside and out. Learning to love had brought her deliverance. Thank you.